Welcome Virgos. Welcome to Kiki's Doorway. Let's see what you and your soulmate will be going within for November 11th to November 13th, 2018. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother, Father. What does Mr. and Miss Virgos soulmate want to do and will be doing in action for November 11th to November 13th? What actions will they be taking mentally, physically, emotionally? Okay. So, masculine. Okay. Masculine Virgos, you and your soulmate are going within to see how can you demonstrate trust in another and faith. What does it mean to trust? Like when we say, I trust you, we hear that so much that we forget, what does it feel like for real? What does it look like? And how do we respond when we actually see trust, like for real, not just hear it? This is what you and your soulmate is going within to figure out how to show on the outside. And you're seeing, what is your way that you have always used your faith to demonstrate that? Because sometimes, like was mentioning earlier, we say, oh, I trust you and I trust you. But do we give people the opportunity to show their trust, to show their faith? Or if they have showed their trust and faith, how can we give that same back? Female Virgos, you and your soulmate were once farmers in the past life. And that would make sense. You are the sixth house, about giving, about give and take. To give green grass, you would have to cut it to make sure it stays green. You would have to nurture it to make sure it stays green. Why? Because you know that you have animals that need that nutrients to grow as well. And as they grow, then that means farm life is bountiful. When we do not cater to each animal or each parts of ourselves, let's say, that can not wither. It can start to wither at first to give us a sign that it needs attention. This is what you and your soulmate are going within to figure out. How to look at when the foundation is solid. How does solid foundations look like to you, Miss Virgo? How does it make you feel alive or anchored when seeing a solid foundation? How does it resurrect or resonate with you, where it doesn't seem far in thought but seem firm instead? And how does it make you feel maternally? Because like mentioning earlier, when we plant seeds, these seeds do grow. When they grow, they give other things around them to grow, and for your natural resources to become an increase. This helps your material world. So what do you, Miss Virgo, you and your soulmate, what do you hold as a solid foundation? What does it look like? Physically, what does it look like? Do you think this horse would be chewing on grass that is brown? No. Do you think that these two horses would feel anchored and alive being in a space that does not match to their health or to their being? No. Would they get the respect, or would they feel resonated to this location to even want to stay and become part of a farm? No. They would probably be free spirit. So, what are the actions that you're going to take? masculine Virgos, you and your soulmate are becoming the queen of how you communicate. Whether this means how you communicate to each other, if you are talking to your soulmate right now. If you're not talking to your soulmate, you're going within to figure out how you want to show your independence. And it's by trust and faith. Independence does not have to be like, oh, I'm independent, so I don't need you. No. It's being like, no, I'm independent in this way. Does not mean I do not need you. It's like showing someone, oh, I went to the store to get eggs, but I forgot to get the milk. Oh, how did you forget the milk, honey? I was getting the water and everything else on the list, but I forgot the other liquid was the milk. Sweetie, can you go and get the milk for me? It's like knowing how to communicate that. Yes, that dialogue did show that you have independence. You knew how to go to the store. You knew exactly the list. You knew exactly from that list what you wanted to get. Yet, you had the experience to say, yes, like any human being, we forget things. Things can slip by us in thought. Does not mean I don't have a partner. I don't have someone in front of me to assist me on that. And you're seeing a realistic approach, or you're seeing a realistic way of how that does rock in people's world. And you're showing your wit too. Because look at that unicorn. That wit has wisdom. And it has golden wisdom. Like the golden nugget. It has a gold, and she's looking at the globe. She showed not just the world in it, but how she can manifest in that world by not using people, but showing people that we need each other to make the master plan work. When you are seeing that and your soulmate is recognizing that, you will become more objective in how you make your decisions. And to be objective does not mean that you're shunning anything off, but you're understanding that being objective gives people around you comfortability to know that at any given moment you can take the lead when need be, and you don't mind having others take that lead as well for you. You're starting to see that clearing away all that no longer serves you is benefiting you. So example, say for instance you just got new sneakers, but you still have a lot of old sneakers. Yes, they hold value to you because these are the same shoes that has given you the independence to get a job, has given you the experience to connect to others, have given you a realistic approach to move in this world by the shoes that are on your feet. However, because you have new shoes, now it's okay to clear these things away. You can give your shoes to churches. You can give it to what they call it, Goodwill. That's showing that you're at least becoming witty to how you can throw away things. Like, I don't have to throw them in garbage if I feel like that's showing that I have no respect for the things I have bought before I have bought in something new. How can I still feel gratitude by clearing things away? Okay, giving it to charity. If you have emotions, showing or shedding your emotions or communicating your emotions of the past to your soulmate, or even to yourself or to people that are close to you, would give you understanding that seeing the humor in a situation is evident. It's like we always going to go through confusions in a relationship or in a soulmate relationship, because this is when our soul is connected to somebody else's soul. So when I was mentioning earlier, it's like talking to a mother, a brother, an auntie, an uncle, a grandmother, grandfather. They feel like home to you. And if they feel like home, just like home, people get on your nerves when you at home, right? But you love them. Yet you're showing them, okay, yes, you get on my nerves. However, I love you, girl. You know why I love you? Oh, I love you, man. You know why I love you, bro? You know why I love you, man? Because you bring out the best in me, or you bring out the side of me that I felt afraid to show because I felt I might be objective or discriminated by. So you're seeing that revealing these things to your soulmate or revealing it to people that love you will give you that open opportunity to hear their stories. Like, oh man, I'm so glad you told me that, because yeah, I actually like when you take the lead sometimes, but I also want to show that I want to contribute too. So communication. You're owning your experience. You're owning that the experience that you had, masculine Taurus, has given you the oomph to understand how to communicate. And that's a major thing. Female Virgos, you and your soulmate are bringing those foundations up, which was missing with what was mentioned earlier. You're bringing up those 4 aspects of yourself that you know are your foundations. It's like playing spade. You know you got the good hand, but you waiting for everybody else to play their hand so you know if your hand is really good. So when you bring it out, it's like, Pan, this is it. I got the books. And how you and your soulmate are going to get the books is by seeing how giving and taking has become too frivolous or too cautious. Have you been recently giving a lot of yourself? And if so, this is the time to pull back a little bit to give your soulmate room to give to you. If we give too much, are we giving enough room for that person to give to us back? No, because we giving. And the more we giving, it's like, wait, where is that person? Back here? How they gonna give if we keep going forward to give them? You see how my hand is going further back? That's how they're going to respond to you, Miss Virgo. The more you keep giving, the more they gotta step back. They're not trying to step back and detaching themselves from you. They're trying to step back to give room to say, hey, I hope that this physical or this emotional way of me detaching myself from you will give you a red light to say, stop what you're doing. Stop right there. So I know where's my finish line to give to you. So I can meet you halfway. And I feel like, oh, you here and I just met you like an inch away. That's not right. That's not right for Miss Virgo. That's why she looking like this. Like, are you serious right now? I give and I give, and this is what I'm getting back is my own coin. Well, yeah, because you had your own coin to give. We have to give people opportunity to give to us, because the more you, and I've been known to do this. I'm an earth sign myself, a Taurus. We're learned earth signs. We love to give, but our lessons or our foundations that we really want to set in this life or in this time period right now is to say, it's nothing wrong with stopping giving to someone. It doesn't mean that you're being greedy or selfish or stuck up or like restrictive. It's just more of saying when they do come to you, right? And this is the Cancerian house. It's all about our feelings. When they come to you and say, well, hey, Miss Virgo, why are you withdrawing from me? Why are you not giving me what I'm used to getting from you? And that's when it's like, don't take it as them trying to say you're the servant and you supposed to give. Nah, in a way, what they're trying to say is, I'm used to you doing this. So you have to give me a reason why you're not. So that way I don't feel like you're resenting me from that action of what you have to do for me to give to you. I don't want you to feel angry that you have to stop giving. However, I want to give. I want to have room to give to you. It's like, if that's the case, then I'm going to end up being your sugar mama. They're going to see you as their sugar mama. And you don't want that. They don't want that. So, good business decisions is, this right here will give you a good strategy to see how business does run, Miss Virgo. And giving to those less fortunate is going to give you a different way to give to someone. It's like if you've been giving to your soulmate or been giving to people that you love, doesn't mean that you have to stop, but you can slow it down and rearrange or reroute the way you're going to give to people that really do need it right now. So you'll have a balance of how you want to give to your family and yourself, and how do you want to give to people of need. So that way you still can hold the scales. Well, I feel like Star Trek, but I can't do that. I have friends that can do it. I can't do it. I'm still learning. Okay, until we meet again, I love you. I love you, masculine and feminine Virgos. Know that you and your soulmate are now communicating more. They're very mature in how they're going to approach you guys. And they're going to be more solid in the way they're not only talking, but how they physically demonstrate what they're saying. I always leave a paragraph in the description box below. Whenever you get a chance, look within the description box below. We will see you on the other side.